Welcome to Urban Geo Hub, the center of geographic knowledge and exploration. Today, we're going to examine a fascinating phenomenon that's been happening in one of the world's most idyllic locations, Hawaii. Known for its breathtaking landscapes, pristine beaches, and vibrant culture, this Pacific paradise is facing an unprecedented situation. Despite its allure, it seems that a significant number of people are choosing to pack up their Hawaiian dream and relocate elsewhere. This population decrease is a trend that has puzzled many, as it contradicts the usual narrative of a paradise island. But as we know, not everything is as it seems on the surface, and there are compelling factors at play. It's a complex issue with economic, social, and environmental dimensions that we're going to unpack. So, buckle up, geography enthusiasts, as we embark on a journey to uncover the reasons behind the exodus from the Hawaiian paradise. Hawaii, known for its breathtaking beaches and vibrant culture, is also infamous for its high cost of living. The cost of living in Hawaii is like a hefty price tag on paradise. Let's first talk about housing. The median home price in Hawaii is more than double the national average. For those renting, it's not any easier. The average monthly rent for a two-bedroom apartment is about the same price as a mortgage payment in many other states. It's a fact that housing is a massive chunk of the expenditure for residents, leaving little room for other necessities. Now, on to the food. Hawaii imports a staggering 90% of its food, and this dependence on imported goods drives up the cost. The price tags on groceries can be a shock to newcomers and a constant strain on residents. A gallon of milk, an essential in most households, costs nearly double here than on the mainland. While we're discussing necessities, let's not forget about utilities. The cost of electricity in Hawaii has long been the highest in the nation, making it a major expense for households. So how does Hawaii's cost of living stack up against the mainland? Well, the cost of living index, a theoretical price basket that includes a wide range of goods and services, makes the comparison clear. Hawaii's cost of living index is a whopping 60% higher than the national average. It's not just about the numbers, though. It's about the impact on the quality of life. The high cost of living in Hawaii means that many residents work multiple jobs just to make ends meet, leaving little time for leisure or enjoyment of the very paradise they live in. The high cost of living is a major deterrent, pushing residents to seek more affordable living conditions elsewhere. It's a tough reality, but one that is leading many to say aloha to Hawaii, not in welcome, but in farewell. But beyond the cost of living, employment opportunities in Hawaii are relatively limited, and this forms a significant piece of the puzzle as to why residents are packing their bags and leaving the island paradise. Now, let's take a closer look. The job market in Hawaii is primarily dominated by two sectors, tourism and the military. While these sectors do offer employment, the lack of diversity in job opportunities presents a significant challenge. Imagine being a skilled tech professional or an experienced financial analyst in a land where the majority of jobs are in hospitality or defense. It's like being a fish out of water, isn't it? You might be thinking, well, I can still work in the tourism sector, right? No white beats, indeed you can. However, here's the catch. Tourism jobs, while abundant, often offer lower wages. In fact, the average income in Hawaii is surprisingly low when compared to the astronomical cost of living we discussed in the previous segment. Let's put this into perspective and imagine working a full-time job yet struggling to pay rent, afford groceries, or save for the future. It's not exactly the picture-perfect life you'd expect living in paradise, is it? And it's not just about the money. The limited job market also means limited opportunities for career growth. For ambitious individuals seeking to climb the professional ladder, this can be a significant deterrent. Furthermore, the military, being the other major employer, isn't exactly a sector everyone can or wants to get into. It requires a specific set of skills and commitments, and let's face it, it's not for everyone. So when you combine a high cost of living with a job market that is both limited and low paying, you get a recipe for financial strain. It's no wonder that many residents, despite their love for the beautiful landscapes and warm weather, are choosing to seek greener pastures elsewhere. Limited job prospects coupled with low wages make it difficult for residents to maintain a comfortable lifestyle, prompting many to relocate. As we journey further into our discussion, we'll delve into more reasons why Hawaii's population is dwindling. But for now, let's take a moment to ponder the challenges posed by Hawaii's limited job opportunities. Hawaii's geographic isolation is another factor contributing to the migration trend. Nestled in the heart of the Pacific Ocean, this tropical paradise is more than 2,000 miles away from the nearest mainland. This distance is not just a number on a map. It translates into real-life implications for those who call Hawaii home. Firstly, it leads to higher costs for goods and services. Almost everything on the islands, from the fuel that powers your car to the cereal you have for breakfast, has to be imported. This means that the cost of these goods is not just the price you'd pay on the mainland, but also includes the cost of shipping them over the vast ocean. This inflates the cost of living significantly, making it difficult for many residents to make ends meet. Secondly, the isolation limits access to resources. This is not just about tangible goods, but also about services and opportunities. For instance, medical facilities and specialists may not be readily available, and those needing specialized care often have to fly to the mainland. Similarly, educational and professional opportunities may be limited, hindering growth and development. But the isolation is not just physical, it is psychological as well. The phenomenon known as island fever is a real issue for many residents. It's the feeling of being trapped, surrounded by water with nowhere to go. Despite the beauty of the islands, the lack of variety in terms of places to go and things to do can become monotonous and stifling over time. And then there's the distance from loved ones. Many Hawaii residents have family and friends on the mainland, and the cost and time it takes to travel can make it difficult to maintain these connections. The feeling of being cut off from the rest of the world can be deeply unsettling. The isolation, both physical and psychological, can be overwhelming, leading many to seek a change. Infrastructure and overcrowding issues are also a part of the migration equation. And when we think of Hawaii, we often picture serene beaches, lush landscapes, and a laid-back island lifestyle. But the reality for many residents is far from this idyllic image. One of the main challenges Hawaii faces is the strain on its infrastructure due to a growing population and the influx of tourists. With around 10 million visitors per year, tourism significantly impacts the state's infrastructure. This is especially true in urban areas where the population density is high. The influx of people puts a strain on the roads, public transportation, and even basic utilities. Take Honolulu, for example. The city is often choked with traffic, making it one of the most congested cities in the United States. The average commuter in Honolulu spends an estimated 50 hours in traffic each year. That's more than a full work week spent just sitting in traffic. Overcrowding isn't just a problem on the roads. Public spaces like parks, beaches, and hiking trails are teeming with locals and tourists alike. This constant stream of people can make it difficult for residents to enjoy these spaces and the natural beauty of the islands. Moreover, the wear and tear on public facilities due to overuse is an issue. Infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and public buildings require constant maintenance and repairs. The cost of these repairs is often borne by the residents through taxes, which further exacerbates the high cost of living. The problem of overcrowding extends to residential areas as well. With limited land space and a growing population, housing is at a premium. This leads to high density living conditions with many people crammed into small spaces. The overcrowding and infrastructure strain can significantly impact the quality of life, pushing residents towards less crowded regions. This might make the dream of living in paradise seem less appealing, prompting residents to seek greener pastures elsewhere. Hawaii's unique environment is under threat, which is another reason people are leaving. The tropical paradise of Hawaii, known for its lush greenery and pristine beaches, is unfortunately facing multiple environmental challenges that are reshaping the lives of its residents. Let's delve into some of them. Firstly, rising sea levels as a result of global warming. The world's oceans are swelling, and Hawaii is on the front line. The rising waters are not only swallowing up coastal lands and properties, but also threatening the freshwater supply. Saltwater intrusion into the aquifers is a real concern, jeopardizing the island's potable water source. Next, let's talk about coral reef degradation. The Hawaiian Islands are surrounded by beautiful coral reefs, home to a vibrant array of marine life. However, these reefs are dying off at an alarming rate due to warming ocean temperatures, ocean acidification, and human activities. This does not only disturb the biodiversity, but also impacts the local economy that relies heavily on tourism and fishing industries. And then there's the issue of natural disasters. Hawaii's geographical location leaves it vulnerable to a range of catastrophes, from hurricanes to volcanic eruptions. The past couple of decades have seen an increase in the frequency and intensity of these events. Each disaster takes a toll, with residents having to endure not just the immediate dangers, but also the aftermath of rebuilding and recovery. Lastly, the impact of these environmental changes extends beyond just the physical. The psychological toll of living in a place where your home and livelihood are under constant threat can be overwhelming. This sense of uncertainty and fear is just one more factor driving people to seek stability and security elsewhere. These environmental threats pose a significant risk to residents, making migration a safer option. The decision to leave one's home is never easy, but for many in Hawaii, the changing environment is forcing them to consider their options and potentially look for greener, or rather safer, pastures elsewhere. So it's clear that despite Hawaii's idyllic image, there are significant challenges residents face. The high cost of living is indeed a major hurdle for many, with prices for basic commodities and housing far above the national average. It's no surprise that many locals find it hard to make ends meet. The financial strain is real and can overshadow the allure of stunning beaches and endless summers. Then we have the limited job opportunities. While tourism thrives, it doesn't provide enough stable, well-paying jobs for all residents. Opportunities outside the tourism sector are scarce, leading to underemployment and forcing many to seek greener pastures. Geographic isolation also plays a part. Hawaii's remote location far from the mainland can feel limiting. This isolation can impact everything from the cost of goods to the availability of certain services. It also means being far from family and friends, which can be a difficult sacrifice for many. Let's not forget the infrastructure issues and overcrowding. The island's infrastructure struggles to keep up with the population growth, leading to traffic congestion and strain on public services. Overcrowding, especially on Oahu, is a growing concern, affecting quality of life and adding to the cost of living. Finally, environmental concerns are increasingly influencing people's decisions to leave. From rising sea levels threatening coastal properties to the impact of tourism on local ecosystems, these issues are hard to ignore. Hawaii's natural beauty is its greatest asset, but also its greatest vulnerability. In conclusion, the decision to leave Hawaii often boils down to practicality over paradise. The island's undeniable charm is overshadowed by the reality of high costs, limited opportunities, isolation, and environmental threats. But remember, these challenges are not unique to Hawaii. They are part of larger global trends that affect many parts of the world. As we continue to explore urban geography and migration trends, it's important to look beyond the surface and understand the complexities that drive these patterns. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to Urban Geo Hub right now. Until next time, this is Urban Geo Hub signing off.